Greetings to all life forms and life workers that have found this free solstice tarot and oracle card demonstration. Hopefully you all are having a great day. For anyone viewing this in the future, I'm going to begin by pulling one card from each of the 7 decks to give a quick solstice message for anyone viewing now or in the future. Much gratitude for anyone coming through. Lady Purple, hello. If you have a question in particular or would like an energy forecast, you can choose 1 through 7. There is more information of the decks listed in the description box. Okay, for anyone viewing in the future, truth. Now is a great time in your life to understand that when you speak truly and hold truth, you magnify your radiance. Your own unique form of crystalline energy is based on how you communicate, and what you believe to be true is different from the cosmic truth. And as you learn to understand that truth is very much of an energy inside of us, we will begin to receive truth. And sometimes it can be hard and painful, but we know that the truth reflects positive light, even when it seems like a negative thing. Well, if you don't have a question in particular, I'm doing a general energy forecast, messages from the ancestors as well. Just kind of different energies that will be going forward for this month. Okay, for anyone who chooses deck 2, the Virgo, Cosmic Virgo. So oftentimes in life, we see ourselves as one thing, either angelic or demonic, where other people see us as the opposite. The perception of who we think we are and how others think we are and who we truly are 3 totally different things. And when you understand that your flight and your power is more than any labeling of good or bad, than anything that others perceive you as, you will better be able to transcend these limiting beliefs and begin to soar and fly, which is your true and most powerful birthright. Okay, for anyone who chooses deck number 3. Okay. So your message is that when you make a connection, a union with another being, a shared transference of love and positive energies, you are then invoking the power, the cosmic energies of the lion, of the flight that is within us all. When you allow this energy inside and you share it with another person, you open yourself up to receive more love and more kindness in your life by just trusting that you already have what you need. Okay, I'll start doing the questions once I finish the cards for anyone viewing in the future. Wishing you all a beautiful solstice day. Okay, the Queen of Discs. When you understand the work and energy that you do in your life empowers and brings joy to other people, you will begin to manifest more of that into your life. More wealth and more joy, more sharing, because the work and the labor that you do brings joy to others, and they will see you as that and begin to come to you more and more. So don't be closed off to giving kindness and advice to others, even if you may not fully embrace that into yourself. Just know that you have power, you have wealth, and you are strong enough to instruct and educate others in their own way that doesn't have to be your way. Hello, everyone in the chat as well. Okay, deck number 4 is Gratitude. Being grateful is more, it is feeling this sense of gratitude for everything you have, everything you want to have, and everything that you can even think of having. All exists now once you give that gratitude to them. Gratitude is more than words, more than action. It is a sensation, it is a feeling that we all hold inside that can be shared. And when we share that gratitude, we open ourselves up to receive more. Okay, for those deck 6. Now is the portal time, with the solstice, the eclipse, the new moon, all happening at the same time, gives us a new opportunity to change our old processes, to change the way we have done things in the past, to begin a new system, to begin a new energy in your life, to transfer that energy into power inside and allow that power to be given and shown to others. Now is that portal, now is that point of transference. Okay. For deck number 7, the Two of Wands. One of the few guns that shows up in my decks here. So when we protect ourselves with strength or defense mechanisms, oftentimes this prevents others from finding us and others from understanding what we are saying. So just allow yourself to be grounded, allow your own unique energies to show, and then the purest and most righteous people will be attracted to you, because they will not see your defenses as weapons. They will see them as forms of gratitude and forms of understanding of who they are to protect themselves from any external forces. Yes, I will make a list of everyone and I will start doing readings. Hope you are all having a beautiful solstice day. Thank you for anyone who's joining me. If I have 7 decks that I'm using, they are listed in the description box with a few information on them. If you want more information on me and my services and would like to book a reading, you can find that in the description box. Hello. I'm making the list of everybody right now. I'm doing very well today. A lot of beautiful solar energies coming forth on one of the longest day light of the year. Okay, so Lady Purple, you can choose a number 1 through 7 or one of the decks. They're described in the description box. And your question is, should you stay with your fiance or break up and move on? You can just choose number 1 through 7, and I'll start that for you. Okay. So you can either type stop in the chat when you feel compelled, or I'll stop when I feel the energies. So I can get your unique frequency into the deck. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day today and are allowing these energies of transition and change to come as a natural flow instead of a resistant, sudden tower moment. Okay. There is a sense of marriage. We have the bride taking control over the situation. So either this is you, the aspect of wanting to control a marriage or having a marriage be a certain type of way, but also it is the energies of maybe past relationships, past marriages, or ideas of marriage that is changing the way that you feel about it, that is kind of casting a shadow over you. And from the fiance's perspective, he wants to start the fire. He wants to stoke the passion, the love energies within, but sometimes the fire allows you to get burned. So I do see you having marriage and maybe adopting a child, or maybe he or you already have a child, and the child will have a hard time with this marriage, but have a difficult time with the union between you and the fiance. But this can be worked out by just communicating between him and you and working together to not burn down the whole village, but to light the fire, that spark. Yeah, I see a young child who might have a difficult time with the marriage. But know that you can make the marriage work or not work based on the energies that you hold and you put into it. Because the fiance has that spark, has that fire, the passion for you, and wants to be with you. But it has to begin to work on himself and find the right balance in the relationship. So one person's not overpowering and one person isn't subservient. It's finding a balance where both are working together for the child and for the whole family that you are working on building together. Just remember how all three parties will be affected by the choice you choose to make. I hope that helps you. I do see a marriage in the future if you choose that. Thank you. Okay, so Sue Jones, you can choose number 3. Okay, so this is my great grandmother's tarot. Do you have a question? You said you wanted an energy reading? Okay. Thank you, Lady Purple. Okay, Sue Jones, you can tell me when to stop. And I'll give you your energy reading. Okay. Yes, a very long day. Beautiful long day, though. So first is the Tower. This is a lot of change, but it's not a type of change that is unrebuildable. People will be afraid of the choices of change you will make because it will negatively affect them and their way of life. But the Tower will always be rebuilt. The energies will always be brought back. Don't let what other people are doing affect you, and don't let what you're doing prevent you from doing it because it will affect other people. Trust your energies of love, self-love. Sometimes you might have to isolate and separate yourself from other people to give that love to yourself. You might have to find your own island, to find your own place away from everybody, to allow you to understand who you are as an individual. Just know you don't have to do all the work by yourself. You don't have to do all the physical labor by yourself. Find your friends and your family and those who care about you and ask for emotional support and energetic support, because you have a lot of people that are willing to help you. Because when you do everything by yourself, things get left behind. We're not fully able to be by ourselves. We are communal people, and we work much better as a community. I hope that answers your energy for you. Continue to do what you feel is right. Find your own space and cut other people off that don't serve you, but let those who are willing to help you in. Thank you. I think I'm all three of those things and a few other clairs. I have some clairaudience as well. A lot of senses, a lot of my psychic stuff I've been getting more and more as of recently, especially today, hearing a lot of clairaudience. Hello, Lee Jones. Okay, I will update the list here. Yeah, a lot of clairaudience for me is coming in today. A lot more sounds I'm hearing than I have before. A lot of kind, like echoing or music in my head is coming through that normally doesn't. Okay, I'm updating the list for you all right now. Hope the solstice energies are coming through. And anyone, after you receive a reading, you can continue to stay. A lot of the messages I say are general and specific, so they might still apply to you, even if it's not your question. Okay. Brianna, if you are here, you can choose 1 through 7. And if you have a question in particular or just would like an energy forecast. There's a lot of beautiful things going on in this world and a lot of negative things. We live in a world of duality where darkness and light are always equal until we are able to unify them and transcend that. Okay. So, Brianna, or okay, so Brianna, if you're here, or Stephanie, you can choose 1 through 7 for an energy reading or a question in particular. Yeah, there is so much more light coming through at this time, and that is causing the darkness to be brought to the surface. And the way we overcome that is with the energy of the sun, the beautiful solar energy, which casts shadows but illuminates the darkness. Okay, number 6. Do you have a question in particular or just would like an energy forecast? Okay, I'll give you an energy reading then. Okay, you can just tell me when to stop, or I will stop when I feel compelled so I can get your unique energies into this deck. Yeah, I understand. Some people have questions and some people don't, and I am always open to do both. So your energies of this solstice is don't let this contagion, this global issue of health affect you. If you know that you are healthy and you know that you have your own routine of healthcare and wellness, these contagions will not negatively affect you. What they will do is allow this acid to burn away any contaminants, any negative things that you have been doing, and trust that your aura, your own energy field, is healing you, is giving you new energies, new protections from any viral or internal infection, because you are purging them and pushing them forward. Trust your own radiant energy, your own metallic protection to make it through this challenging time with strength and luminosity. Shine your light everywhere you go because you are a powerful light being in this dark world. And the lighthouses always end up at the darkest shores. I hope that answers for you. Oh, you can do it now. If you would like, Brianna, you can choose 1 through 7. And I can do that reading for you. There's a temporary skip. You're still on the list. I hope that answers for you. Stephanie? Yes, thank you. Just continue to trust in your process, in your own ways of healthiness, of cleanliness, and it will allow those things to be more so in your life. Okay, number 7. And do you have a question in particular, or would you like an energy forecast? Spirit message. Okay. Yes, I will add you. Okay. And you can tell me when to stop so I can get your unique energies into this deck. If anyone would like more information about the decks I'm using or how to contact me for private sessions, you can find that in the description of this video. And Brianna, you can tell me when to stop, or I'll stop when I feel the energy is compelling. Okay. So, message from Spirit. Very beautiful for you. So, all the work you're doing, all the time you spend finding your passions, healing your traumas is allowing you to better hold on to your own internal love. You are grounded from the ground deep inside this planet into the sky far above this planet. You exist as a healing force in this world, and it allows you to trust your ribs, to trust your flight, to change the way things have always been, to pollinate the new flowers and bring a new sense of life into this world. The work you have done to write and create and understand is going to pay off. It is going to show the world that hard work and determination is something that is a good quality, is not a waste of time like it has been before. Trust your own energies of blossoming, because you are tapped in to the source of abundance, to the infinite flow of nature, of wealth and charity coming to you. Many people hold on to their wealth so tight, but when you open it up, it will allow more things to come in and oftentimes less things to go out, because you understand being grounded and connected into yourself will allow more things to come in through you. So, message from Spirit is all the work you are doing, all the energies you have put in, is leading to large amounts of infinite abundance coming to you for now and always. Thank you. Yes, the real versions of ourselves are the ones we oftentimes don't want to look at, because we believe that it's negative, we believe that it's not true. But oftentimes it's the truest, most beautiful part of who we are in the mirror behind us. Thank you. Okay, so Turtle 7, if you are here, you can choose 1 through 7. Thank you. I love doing these live readings, giving readings to powerful people. I find helps me gain more of my own power by showing people their power. And that's why I love readings. I love doing this very much. Okay, so Turtle 7 or Lee Jones, if you are here, you can choose 1 through 7. And if you have a question in particular or just would like an energy forecast, I can do that for you. Hello. Okay. Do you have a question or just energy reading? Okay. I'll do that for you, Lee Jones. So I do have a rider deck that's not part of the 7. I can use that for you. I'll give Lee Jones the energy reading quickly. Okay, question is, will you and Kay kiss someday? It is fine. Yes, I can add you on right now. Okay. Let me grab the writer. Okay, you can tell me when to stop, or I will stop when I feel compelled, so I get your unique energy into the deck. I recently was given this, the Rider Tarot deck. I've studied it before getting it, so I'm not at full mastery, so you're helping me practice here. It's not the level of the other 7 decks. Okay, and the question is, will you and Kay kiss someday? Okay. Feel compelled to stop for you. So yes, 100% you will kiss and probably be married, happily married with children. This is one of the most positive relationship outcome. And when you can open up to your self-love, the infinite unconditional love for who you are and how loving yourself fully, you will be able to attract that in those you love and that you care for, because all things in life are a reflection of our own views of ourselves. And so when we can overcome negative blocks that I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be loved, I am not deserving of kissing and kindness, and you can overcome that by knowing that you are deserving, you are love. Deep inside, you hold that infinite love. The moment you clench your fists, it stops flowing. That flow is blocked. But know that you will kiss and be with them, and it is divine. It's a twin flame soul connection. I call it a parallel life relationship. But that fear exists from these negative beliefs that we have, that we can't, or that we don't deserve, or that we're not good enough. These are all false things. And by just visualizing what you want, picturing the energies you want with another person, will make them happen, will make those miracles come true, because you feel it inside. The universe will match what you feel. So I hope that answers for you. I do see you two kissing and children and marriage in the whole 9 yards. Okay, and Lee Jones, deck number 7 for an energy reading. So you can tell me when to stop so I get your unique energies in here. And thank you for your comment a few days ago, Lee Jones. Posting this a few hours in advance got more people to show up, so I appreciate your kind suggestion. Okay. Wow. So you got a lot of beautiful energies coming, and one is a very powerful female force, one that is creative in so many ways but grounded in her creativity. She might be masked or veiled behind some profession or business relationship, but she holds an aspect of you. something that you've knew or never been able to fully understand. When you can see this in another person, you will be able to plant those seeds of grounding to begin to educate yourself on maybe tarot or maybe some other form of mystic art. Because when we can learn more about this universe in our own way and find our own system of study, we will begin to attract that wealth into our life. We will begin to ground into this world, but continue to be moving, continue to share our wealth, and travel the world with a companion who understands our power and will help us grow that power. Because the Empress knows how to empower others, but find a way that that power can help the whole, help the entire empire by just one person loving what they do inspires more people to find what they love and find how to be loved. So your energies very much for this next month or so is grounding, planting your passions and your energies and finding ways to share that and spread it will attract this female force that may already be in your life. But if not, she will come into your life to help you spread your joy and your information and your service throughout the whole community. A good advocate will come into your life in probably the next 30 days or so. If they're not already there, if they're already in your life, they will step up and become more involved in your service and in your own process of being. So I hope that answers for you. Thank you. Like I said, I love doing these readings so very much. It makes my heart just sing with gratitude. I feel like I was born to be of service, and this is one of my most natural gifts. Ever since I was a child, I've been fascinated with mystics and psychics. Anywhere I've seen them, and I wanted to be like them, but be totally different and be unlike them in every way. So hopefully I'm doing a good job of that here. Making it social for you all, anyone who's watching this. The messages may not be deliberate for you, but they may resonate with you, even though it may not be your question. So next is Nav. If you have a question or energy reading, you can choose 1 through 7. There's more information on the decks in the description box and more information of how to contact me to get a private session. Thank you. Yeah, I think psychics and these services should be more free form, should be a lot less hidden and secretive. You're in control of your life, and anything that any psychic says is just forecasts, just like watching the news, just watching the weather. It's never going to always be exactly what they say it is. It's going to be whatever it is. So the next two is Nav and Monica. You can choose 1 through 7. And if you have a question in particular or an energy reading, I can do that for you. And intuitive message for anyone watching now or in the future is during the solstice is a perfect time right in the middle of the year to show us the light and the power that we have inside and how to share that and illuminate the world around us. Because becoming awakened to our own power, waking up to the fact that this world is not a perfect place until we start changing the things that have been an issue. Shining a light in the darkness is the only way to not fall on your face, I found. But know that light comes from within before it comes from outward. We can kind of skip around. I can do yours now while we wait for Nav. And one more message. Yes, you can go ahead. For anyone viewing now or in the future, is to know to the progress and the powers of others. Everybody has their own gifts, and those gifts come at different times for each person. You may think you don't have any magic now, but you do have infinite magic. It just is when is your right time to step into that power. And do not compare and understand other people's process. You are your own person, and they may not ever understand you, but you can understand yourself. Okay, deck number 3. Why has A blocked you? Okay, you can tell me when to stop, or I will stop when I feel compelled, so I can get your unique energies into the deck. Hi, NC, I can add you. Okay, definitely not for you. And if anyone wants more information on me and my services or the decks that I'm using today, you can find that in the description box. Okay. So one of the reasons why they blocked you is you bring a new sense of change, you challenge their pre-existing beliefs. And when you challenge other people's beliefs and you kind of show them something that they're not used to, it's very challenging. And they have negative blocks. They have their own fears and doubts that maybe you have brought to the surface. You might have shown them their own insecurities and their own negative things. And because of that, that is oftentimes why people block. And one other reasons too is they want to kind of do things by themselves. They want to be the person to fix their issues or to learn from themselves, but oftentimes they leave things behind. They don't fully understand the full perspective because they believe it has to be just me. No one else knows. It's just me. It's me alone. That is a very limiting belief that really prevents you from opening up to others for help. So you show them something that challenged their pre-existing negative thought patterns, that they still want to be negative, and they don't want to be anything other than they've always been. And that's probably why they blocked you, because you show them something, a new sense of change that is fearful to them, that makes them feel very uncomfortable. But that feeling uncomfortable is how we change, is how we make a difference. If you feel uncomfortable or angry or upset, these are not bad feelings. Don't try to hide them. Know that this is your body and your universal self telling you something needs to be done. Something has to be done to make a change, because I'm feeling this uncomfortable feeling. Something has to be done within to change the outward. So I hope that helps for you. You just are showing them something that they don't want to see. Okay, so Nav, if you were here, you can choose 1 through 6. I'm sorry, 1 through 7. And a question in particular, or just an energy forecast? So yes, we all have our gifts and talents, but it is up to us to show them in a public forum or in a private forum, or to wait until we master them to show them. There's no right or wrong reason. And because everybody has their own process and their own gifts that happen at different times. It's not all one unified thing. There's a TV show called Heroes where all these characters get their superpowers when the eclipse happens. I don't think it's like that. We all have our powers within the different times, and it takes another period of time to master those powers. Yeah, there's no ill intention, but um, it is something that might be challenging them. So we can pick a lot of our gifts, and some of our gifts we may not even label as gifts. That's one of the things is I used to think I was bad at speaking. I'm a bad talker. I'm not a good talker. And I was very afraid to make this YouTube channel and to do these services publicly. But by just doing it, I realized I have a gift for speech. And I would only know that by doing it, thinking I didn't have the gift. Then over time, I'm like, wow, I actually do. That's just an example. Singers, dancers, cooks, they usually don't think they're talented until they put into a position to show them doing it regularly that they actually have an innate gift for that. Okay, so Nav or NC, if you are here, you can choose 1 through 7. And if you have a question in particular or would like an energy forecast. And thank you all for who's watching. The answers to these questions may not be directly for you, but some of the answers might apply to what is going on in your life. How does Sagittarius see you? Okay, number 4. So you can tell me when to stop, or I will stop when I feel compelled, so I get your own unique energies into the deck. I hope these solar energies are healing and empowering to you all. Sometimes we might get blinded by the light. Okay. So the Sagittarius sees you as a potential life partner, as somebody that has the potential of bringing endless abundance, happiness, love, and magic into their life. But they also, at the same time, see you as somebody who's ungrounded, as someone who's not fully connected into their power, which might be sometimes volatile. As someone who knows they are beautiful, knows that they are loving, but has a hard time always believing that. Sometimes we just forget who we are, and when we're ungrounded, we just end up like a tumbleweed, floating through and not connected into our power and not grounded and rooted deep into the earth. Because you are, and they see you as somebody who is tapped into the infinite source of love, to the unconditional joy and passion of life, because you have shown kindness and compassion to others. They see you as a potential life partner, as well as somebody who is having struggles grounding and focusing their energies. But when you can change that and begin to be fully grounded and be fully protected, the shadows and the darknesses that exist will hold no power over you, because your own intelligence will allow you to push through the conflict of ideas and the conflict of purpose that we all have to fully connect into yourself and be the perfect part of a family, of a society, of love openly flowing. So I hope that helps for you. So they see a potential lover as a very strong and loving person, but someone who has to make it through their blocks and continue to ground yourself in what you love and what you feel and in this beautiful planet that we live on. Thank you. Okay, Nav, if you were here, you can choose 1 through 7, or anyone else, if you want another question, you can let me know and I'll add you to the list. So a quick message for anyone viewing now or in the future. The Gemini. So a relationship is usually not what TV and media tells us that it is. Sometimes there is a push and pull, a dance, where one person contributes and another person takes. And the person who takes is also contributing in a different way than what they're receiving. So by being open to your unique forms of relationship, to unique forms of compassion with another being, you will open to love. You will open up to energies that you've always wanted. Most people who are single, they really want to be in a relationship. But once you are in a relationship with yourself and you love yourself and you treat yourself with kindness and you follow through with what you say you're going to do, you will begin to attract that outwardly. And other people will see that you love yourself and they would want some of that love because they themselves love themselves. And that is the key of the cosmic Gemini. Okay. If anyone would like a reading here, you can post it in the chat, or just an energy reading or a question in particular. I'll keep pulling some cards for anyone viewing now or in the future. Just solstice kindness to you all. Divine communication. So when we tap into our source, the inner passion that we have, the joy and the love and the energies that we hold within ourselves, we will begin to receive more clairaudience, more sounds, and more messages that are external, but they resonate internal. They come from something outside of you, but they are translated and understood from the within, from within inside you. So know that the communications, the prayers, the chanting, the mantras, the affirmations that you do affect this world and do help this world grow and understand its own power and radiance. Will you be able to travel to Spain this year? Yes. I do see you in Spain, but choose 1 through 7. I'll give you a little bit more details on that. Because I think travel bans will be lifted in a few months around October. Energetically, I can sense that. I could be incorrect, but around October, November, certain amount of international travel will begin to happen. I see. Maybe boats or other types. I grabbed number 2 for you. My intuition said 2, so I'm glad yours did as well. So, yes, I do see you very much going to Spain. Yes, you very much do want to be there. So, the thing about life is everything exists with the 7 laws, the 7 laws of hermetism. And the first one, the most important one, is all is mind, all is mental. What you think becomes your reality. So if you look at pictures and videos and you research where you want to go in Spain, the things you want to see in Spain, the people who already are there that are opening up their houses or things that are changing or happening there, the more you will be able to attract that into your life. When you align to the frequency that you want, it will become the frequency you have. And so begin to think of it now and feel it now and experience now and research it now, because all things in life, the tree of life, are connected. All different aspects of life all stem from the same root. You are already in Spain. You already have a connection to Spain, and just tap into the root. One leaf, think is separate from another leaf, but they all are on the same vine. They're all on the same tree. So also, as well as kind of look at some of the ghosts, and this is the Geist card, any type of mysticism or magic or spooky stuff that intrigues you or makes you very passionate about. There's a lot of that going on all over the world. And yes, a lot of good things do come from this virus. And one thing, too, that most people are realizing is the interconnectivity of all things. How everything is connected, even though when it's so far away. The people we're not talking to, the isolation that we have, is reminding many people that even though that we are separate, we are still connected to the everything, to the all is within us, even when we're all alone. So begin to study, research the paranormal or the magical or the mystical of where you want to go, the history, the legacy of that energy, and begin to feel that and tap into it now, because you are already there. There's no time. You're already there now. And when you feel and experience it in this moment now, it will tap into that timeline and make it happen faster and make it happen in the most divine way possible. Yeah, friends and family are changing. Yeah. It's good that you can notice that. Most people don't see that happening. They just want to see it happening, and then it just never appears to them. Okay, if you're here, Nav, I can do a reading for you. Oh, learning the tarot. That's great. There's so much to learn. It's something that will never end. It's something that there is just so much to learn, and I don't believe anyone has ever completely mastered it. I've recently was given a deck, a recreation of one of the oldest tarot decks in human history from the 14th century. And it's the basis of all tarot decks stem from this original one. And we don't even have it complete. 4 of the cards are artist renderings of what they think they look like. And so know that every type of tarot, every type of oracle cards or dice or astrology chart that we study is different. We will perceive and understand it differently than any other practitioner that ever has used those systems. Each system is not really locked in, even if they say it is. Everything is kind of open to interpretation and open to intuition. Yeah, practice for I gave over 100 readings of tarot before I gave my first live one here on YouTube. And it took a lot of time until I feel. Oh yeah, the name of this is the Visconti Sofreza. I'll type it into the chat here for you. And this is widely considered the earliest and oldest tarot deck. Actually, Tarocchini, which is the Italian base from tarot. And there's multiple recreations of this 14th century deck. And I have a lot to study and to memorize and to understand before I'm ready to do readings for other people in that one. It's for me, I like understanding the history of things because every deck was based off of something that has gone before it. So is life. Everything we experience is based on what others have experienced thousands of years before we were born. We just don't know anything about them or their experiences, but I can put a lot of money on it that they were probably similar emotionally to what we're experiencing now. Very differently physically, but emotions generally are always the same. So I'll do 1 or 2 more readings if anyone would like them. So you can post them in the chat. Yes, very interesting. Tarot is, for me personally, it's very fascinating how one symbol can mean something to one person and in one deck, but in another deck it could mean, like as an example, the magician is always different in every deck. You can always give a different reading for the high priestess every time because she's never always the same thing. Yes, learning from others is always a good skill to have because everyone does things differently and have their own processes and their own ways. So I'm going to give a reading for anyone here in or viewing this in the future. And unless I get another request in the chat, this will be my last one. Yes. So every card has a lot of messages. So I'll give you an example here. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. So in most tarot decks, the Ace of Pentacles is the root and the seed of wealth, of financial and energetic abundance, the overflowing and never-ending renewal of nature and of the infinite source. But in this deck, this is the magic belt of Princess Ozma from the 14 Wizard of Oz books. And she has a belt with different alchemical symbols, a pentagram, and studded with jewels. This belt grants the users any wish and is one of the most powerful pieces of magic in all 14 of the books. And the idea is every card is different in every deck. But with this message is you hold the power of wealth within you. You do not need to find money and wealth and abundance outside of you. It already exists within you because you are connected to the infinite one, to the one that is everything. And you have your own processes and your own alchemical way of transmuting lack and limitation and poverty into abundance, limitlessness, and wealth. It is your choice what you think, and alchemy is the mental transmutation of one solid state to another solid state. And you can do that with your own process and your own innate magic. So thank you all. Much gratitude. I plan to do these more frequently, and I will also continue to post them in advance of when I will be doing them. So much gratitude. If you want more information on me and my services, linked in the description of this video. Much love and gratitude to you all. Thank you very much.